Before our first Disney cruise, Nancy and I thought it might feel a lot like a Disney theme park. Busy, crowded, maybe even a little stressful at times. Because if you've ever spent a full day in a theme park, Disney or otherwise, you've seen it. Families melting down, parents getting frustrated, everyone trying to get from one thing to the next. But on our first Disney cruise, we did not see any of that. People were relaxed. They were smiling. Day or night, it just felt so much easier. Hi, I'm Dan from the Dancy and Dan Travel to Disney channel, where we share what Disney vacations actually feel like for adults. We asked more than 100,000 Disney-loving adults in our online community what surprised them most about their first Disney cruise. What they shared was not just one or two opinions. It was a pattern we saw again and again that will help you better understand what to expect on your first Disney cruise. And that pattern was simple. A first Disney cruise felt very different from what many people expected. If you're looking for Disney cruise tips before your very first sailing, you have come to the right place. That was really the big theme in both the poll and, even more importantly for you, in their comments to the poll. People expected one kind of experience on their first Disney cruise and got something else. Some expected a Disney cruise to feel very child-focused. Some expected it to feel busy all the time. Some expected that if there was a lot happening on board, it would not feel relaxed and it would feel overwhelming. Instead, many people described something much more flexible. There was a lot to do, but no pressure to do it all. There were families everywhere, but that did not automatically make the experience feel chaotic. There was Disney everywhere, but in a way that felt immersive rather than exhausting. That difference between expectation and reality is what made the first Disney cruise so memorable for so many people. And our own survey results back that up. The biggest surprise was how much there was to do, followed by how relaxing it was, and then how much people wanted to cruise again and again, and then the adult-only areas on board their first Disney cruise ship. So right from the start, this is not mainly a story about cost or complaints. It's a story about people expecting one type of experience and discovering a different one. One of the most common surprises people mentioned was simply how relaxing their first Disney cruise felt. Not relaxing in the sense of sitting and doing nothing. Instead, relaxing in the sense that the whole day felt easier. At Walt Disney World, for example, or any really big theme park vacation, a lot of your energy gets used up just getting from place to place. For example, you leave your hotel or resort room to get to breakfast, to get to your transportation to your theme park of the day. Waiting until your Disney transportation bus or Disney monorail or Disney Skyliner or Disney Friendship boat or ferry arrives, you then ride the monorail, bus, Skyliner, boat, or drive yourself to your Disney theme park. Then you get off. Then you line up and go through the park security. You then line up again to go through the park admission entry, and then finally, you can start your day. On a Disney cruise ship, so much of that friction and so much of that wasted daily transportation time while on vacation disappears. It's just not there. On a Disney cruise ship, or any cruise ship, instead, this happens each day. You leave your stateroom and breakfast is right there in a few steps. And perhaps an elevator ride to the onboard buffet or table service restaurant. When breakfast is over, your next activity is, again, right there within a brief walk or elevator. If you want to stop for a specialty coffee, the Cove Cafe on every Disney cruise ship is right there. If you want to sit down and watch the ocean for a while, you can do that. If you want to go back the short distance to your cabin, change, and head somewhere else on the cruise ship, that's easy too. That's a big part of why the day feels different when on a cruise ship, including a Disney cruise ship. compared to when on vacation at Disneyland or Walt Disney World. Instead of spending so much time moving, waiting, and transitioning, you spend more of your actual time enjoying the day. And that slower, easier rhythm is one of the biggest reasons first-time guests said they were surprised at how relaxing Disney cruises felt. That also fits into Disney's own onboard design for adults on its cruise ships. The Cove Cafe, seen here once again, is an adult-only lounge on every Disney cruise ship. Disney specifically promotes it as a place for specialty coffee, drinks, pastries, a laid-back indoor and outdoor seating area. Disney also highlights the adult-exclusive pool area like the Quiet Cove that's across the fleet of ships, with the Satellite Falls outdoor area seen here on the Dream and the Fantasy. The number one surprise in our survey of over 100,000 Disney adults was how much there was to do on a Disney cruise ship. That matters because a lot of people who have never cruised with Disney imagine some version of this: eat, sit by the pool, maybe go to a show, and repeat the next day of their sailing. But that is not how many first-time guests said they experienced it. They talked about the trivia activities, the free movies in the onboard movie theater on each Disney cruise ship, the various classes, beverage tastings, the onboard Broadway caliber performances in the Walt Disney Theater again on each Disney cruise ship, outdoor deck activities, cooking demonstrations, and the little things throughout the day that kept the ship feeling active without making it feel frantic. And this is where Disney cruise ships can really surprise adults in particular. Some of the activities are adult exclusive, like certain beverage tastings. Disney officially describes its beverage seminars and tastings as an additional fee experience built around wine, beer, or spirits, and it also places many of those offerings in adult-only spaces like Cove Cafe or the Meridian Lounge on both the Disney Dream and Disney Fantasy up on Deck 12 seen here between the Paulo and Remy specialty restaurants. But plenty of the activities many adults enjoy are not adults only at all. That's where things like Anyone Can Cook, a little of which is seen here,
desserts, apple strudel. Now this is our Anyone Can Cook series. This series, of course, is themed after Ratatouille,
towel animal folk,
Remy the rat,
learning to draw sessions, bingo,
B1. Okay.
and even watching a movie on board come into play. Those are family-friendly activities, but they are still genuinely enjoyable for adults. And that mixture is important. A Disney cruise is not surprising because every activity is adults only. No, it's surprising because adults often discover there are many things that they actually want to do, whether those things are adult exclusive or simply appealing to adults. That is why how much there was to do and how relaxing it was can both be true at the same time. There is a lot available. You just do not feel any pressure to do it all. One of the clearest comments from our group survey really captured this. If you tried to do everything, you would wear yourself out. The trick is to find your groove, let go of the fear of missing out, and enjoy the choices you make. Another thing that surprised people we polled about their very first Disney cruise experience was how adult-friendly the experience felt. And that does not just mean that there are adult-only spaces on board, although there are. Disney officially markets adults-only pools and lounges, adults-exclusive dining like in Paulo, and other 18 and over experiences across the fleet, such as the extremely popular late-night game show Match Your Mate.
But now it is time to move on to the main event. This unofficially is your signature adult experience where we are going to find out a lot about all of you. It is time for the one, the only Match Your Mate! Intro music.
Hollow is adult exclusive on every Disney show, and Disney describes it as a premium restaurant for guests 18 and older. But what surprised many first-time guests was not only that those activities existed on board, it was that experiences and activities for adults did not feel like an afterthought. You could spend time in Cove Cafe. You could enjoy the adults-only pool areas. You could book a beverage tasting or brunch or dinner up Hollow. You could also do something like mini golf or a cooking lesson. Again, movie, bingo, and still feel like you were having an adult vacation. That's a very important distinction. A lot of people hear Disney Cruise and assume the ship will feel like it belongs mainly to children and that the adults are along for the ride. But for many guests, that was not their experience at all. The better way to say that might be this: adults have options, adults have both indoor and outdoor spaces, and adults could choose their own pace. That's why the adults-only area scored as a meaningful surprise in our group survey, and it is why some of the comments kept circling back to service, comfort, and feeling at ease on board. Comments from our group survey of over 100,000 adults and older adults also surfaced another very important pattern of which you should be equally aware. For some people, what surprised them the most was not just the pace of the cruise or the number of activities on board. It was the service and the atmosphere. Several comments talked about how quickly the servers learned their names, how strong the service felt, and how Disney's customer service stood out right away. Others in our survey focused on the Disney immersion itself, not just the characters in one place, but Disney details throughout the ship, the decor, the artwork, the entertainment, and the overall atmosphere. And that matters because it helps explain why some people move from "I'm curious about trying this once" to "I want to do this again." Now, to be fair, not every surprise was positive. A few comments in our group survey mentioned concerns like unsupervised children, rude passengers, or wishing there were more adult activities that did not revolve around drinking. No cruise line is perfect, and no Disney cruise is going to feel identical to every guest. But those were not the dominant themes in our group survey or in their comments. The dominant themes were still relaxation, variety, adult comfort, service, and that sense that the whole experience felt different from what they expected in a very positive and memorable way. So if you're thinking about your very first Disney cruise, or your first Disney cruise in a while, here is probably the most useful thing to know. Most people in our survey expected one kind of vacation on board, and they found something that felt easier, more flexible, more relaxing, and in many cases, more adult-friendly than they had imagined. And the most telling collection of comments to our survey? They wanted to keep taking more and more Disney cruises, and many of them have since their very first Disney cruise. If this has helped you, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That really helps us continue to share what Disney vacations actually feel like for us adults. And if you have family or friends who are thinking about a Disney cruise, please feel free to share this with them as well. And we have 2 more Disney cruise travel videos on your screen right now that can help you with your next step.